All right. So I'm just coming on quick. All right. I woke up this morning. I ate some chicken from this place last night, and I don't know if it agreed with me. So I'm having weird dreams and stuff. I had some random thing in my head. It was kind of like a. It was actually like a weird chord progression, so I put it down. It wasn't actually that weird, but the voicings, the chords were. So yeah, I figured it out, imported it onto my computer here because when I woke up, I just entered the thing into my laptop, which is right here. It's currently open so I can see. I typed up some lyrics real quick just because I already had music. Okay, so I've got a MIDI string thing that I bounce down to audio. Just makes it easier when I transfer it. Like it just goes up here, no CPU usage, that kind of thing. I've got like an ambient guitar, 2 distorted guitars, and then a lead guitar in the chorus. I actually just spit these out as one long track, but I split it where the chorus is so I can see where the heck that starts. And I also put a little chord reminder thing up at the top because I suck at remembering things while I'm actually trying to play through them. All right, well, anyway, this is what I've got. There's no drums, no bass, and obviously no vocals. So I just did the like root note on the guitars, and then the strings like filled out the chords, like the voicings with the chords, and basically duplicated the same thing on the rhythm, or started on the ambient guitar. And then a little lead comes in. All right, so yeah, there's that. All right, so I think I want to do vocals early on because the more I talk, the worse my voice gets for singing. So I think what I'm going to do is just temporarily put one of these Apple drummer deals on. I'm going to modify it because it's going to be an absolute pile of crap with the typical setting on because I need to put it in halftime for one, so it's going to be like and then I don't like the drummer setting they use at first. Let's see. All right, you need to get halftime. Put the feel of humanize off. I want this pretty solid. So like I said, this is going to be a temporary Tom's Law. What is this? Yeah, whatever. I don't really want many fills. Okay. Oh, that's why I said Tom's. I get you. And I don't need a lot of ghost notes. It spits out on a note that doesn't actually work with the library anyway, the drum library anyway. I'm using mine Massive 2. All right, let me. Works for me. Okay, so where's the little plus button? Whatever, I'll do this. What just happened? Undo whatever the hell just happened. I was on the wrong track, that's what. I perpetually do that. I try to copy paste something and I don't realize I have a different track than I want selected. All right, I'll just make this a crash. All right, and now I'll just do this, copy this thing, paste it. How, oh, I see. There's a little measure break there. Okay. I forgot about that. I did that after the first chorus into the second verse. All right, and then I'll just do, I'm on the right track this time, right? Yeah. That, and then copy, paste. I'll just drag this out, and the instant drum part, it's not great, but it's gonna keep time. I hate the metronome, it just annoys me. Okay, so I've got lyrics up. I don't have a melody idea. I just typed random lyrics. I've got the music. That was what popped in my head. So I'm just going to see how I can make these fit over this. But, this is a pretty solid start. I think I gotta modify this because some of this stuff isn't gonna fit. Don't be okay. I think I'm keeping the same meaning I have on here. This one is kind of about something. I'll let that up to interpretation anyway, but it's just a little wordy, and I think I can get the same thing across, subtracting a few things out of the lines here. You can't see what I'm doing anyway, but I'm not really doing a melody here per se. I'm just kind of like figuring out the flow of it, if that makes sense. So I'm almost like kind of like just talking it. Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. I think I have it sorted out how I'm going to do this. So like I said, I'm just kind of talking the lyrics in my head here, just to kind of make sure they fit the space. And then once I get to the point where I've got a melody, I can kind of like do that spacing within the confines of the verse and chorus. I don't know whether that makes sense or not, but yeah, I think I got it sorted out. So yeah, I'm going to do the vocals now. I'll put all the guitars that I'm going to layer in here, the bass and the actual drum performance. For now, I'll just keep this little pattern I made quick on here for timekeeping. But if I do these first before I just start talking a bunch on the stream, it'll go way better. All right, so let's see what happens. I'm going to do some warming up, so this is going to be a bunch of strange noises and trying different things. I'm on the right track. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Do I want to go low or high on this? You know what I'm going to do? Just to try come up with a melody a different way, let me try and play something on my guitar. So it's just F natural minor. Let me see if I can come up with something like this. All right. Okay, I'm not gonna do exactly what I did on the guitar, but rough idea anyway. You can't wait the tide of pain. It's all the goblin and it's got a reason and all things are fine. Don't get trapped as it's fast like that. I got a problem. Okay. Gotta cut this line. Can't fit that in the space. Okay. Okay, let me just start going for it. I feel like I'm close to warmed up enough, but I have no idea. Aside from what I just did, how this is gonna go. So let's see what I want to do. Okay. You can't work your way in. The debt is complete. Don't be pushing your car to the head. Don't get caught playing the fool. Everyone's got a reason and everyone thinks they're fine. Break away, don't get trapped. It's easy just to slip back. Nah, damn. Missed notes. Not sure what to do, but okay. First try. You can't work your way in. The debt is... That's fine. You can't work your way in. The debt is paid. Don't be pushing your car to the hill. Don't get caught playing the fool. Everyone's got a reason. Everyone thinks they're fine. Break away, don't get trapped. It's easy just to slip back. Got down, the problem is not on a line. I gotta turn that metronome off. Put the drum thing in there so I don't have to do that or listen to that.
You can't work your way in. The debt is paid. Don't be pushing up out of the hill. Don't you go playing the fool. Everyone's got a reason. Everyone thinks they're fine. Break away, don't get trapped. It's easy just to slip back. Got down with problems and not on the line.
Notes aren't perfect, but it's not too bad. All right. Okay, I'm just going to change the first 2 lines, and then the rest should be the same. Let me listen to what I did, because I always immediately forget things.
You can't work your way.
Doo-doo, ah. Okay.
You can't fool.
You can. Okay.
You can fool only yourself in the end anyway. Don't be pushing your kind of good. Don't become everyone's got a race and everyone thinks they're far away. Don't get trapped as
I just randomly decided to do it completely different. I don't know if it was good though.
You can fool only yourself in the end anyway. Don't be pushing your kind of good. Don't become
A little off there. All right, yeah, because I was like rando improvising. Here I go again.
You can fool only yourself in the end anyway. Don't be pushing your God up a hill. Don't be playing the fall. Everyone's got a ways on. Everyone thinks they're fine. Break away, don't get trapped. That's even just a slip back. Act out a promise.
Alright, I turned the metronome off. Good.
You can fool only yourself in the end anyway. Don't be pushing your God up a hill. Don't be playing the fall. Everyone's got a ways on. Everyone thinks they're fine. Break away, don't get trapped. That's even just a slip back. Act out a promise.
I'm right. I think I got the chorus. Or sorry, the verse. Now the chorus. Okay, let me see what the heck I want to do here. All right, this is wordy, but I kind of want it to be. It's going to take a few tries till I figure out how this is going to flow into the whole thing. All right. Here we go. This is going to be a couple of bad attempts, and then I'll finally get it. The usual.
Every word matters. What's the expression? The crowd tries to work their way in, and the saddest part is they never well miserable on both sides. The hypocrite lies seem like the nicest on the outside, round ghosting to the chaos, but it up in this right.
Maybe.
Every word matters. What's the expression? The crowd tries to work their way in, and the saddest part is they never well miserable on both sides. The hypocrite lies seem like the nicest on the outside, round ghosting to the chaos, but it up in
I don't know how the hell I did that, but I think I just got it on the first try. I also think I'm going to do this because I got no chance of duplicating that. It was just improvised, whatever happened.
Every word matters. What's the expression? The crowd tries to walk the way in, and the saddest part is that never will miss.
Well, a little spot here or there where notes are a little suspect, but they're close. I can nudge that. Yeah. Sure. I'll take it.
Every word matters. What's the expression? The crowd tries to walk the way in, and the saddest part is that never will miserable on both sides. The hypocrite lies seem like an ISIS on the outside, while the ghost thinking they carry out, but it up in this right. You can fool only yourself in the end anyway. Don't be pushing your
All right.
carry out, but it up in this right.
All right, I'm gonna have a big guitar solo going on there. Yeah, I think the vocals are good enough.
You can work.
That's not on the downbeat.
You can
That's good. Where's the start?
every word matters. What's
All right, I got a little breath noise and it come in a little off downbeat, so I don't have to nudge them out a little bit. If I was right on the downbeat with the first thing, I would nudge it out because like my breath noise is somewhere on beat 4 in the vicinity of there, and I put that in there so it sounds natural. Yeah, that's good. Doing vocals first is a great idea. My voice doesn't tank as I talk through the whole thing. All right, so now, what next? Well, I gotta figure out the title of this song, but for now, it's at least on the desktop of this thing. I'll just open it up, search for a title, and then airdrop it to my thing so I can put it in the description box of the edited version. Yeah. All right.
you can work?
I'm gonna just mute the buzz, the vocal bus that those are both sending to. There's no anything on these. These are just raw vocals. They're going into a vocal bus, which just has some saturation, compression, and then the EQ is just cutting off some low end. So this is basically just a gain boost, so it's loud enough. Oh, like that's really quiet. Here's without that stuff.
You can work.
So when I turn it on,
That is
I can actually hear what the heck's going on. Okay, so this vocal mic that I'm talking into though for the stream, that's just its own independent track going into the stereo out. I have a compressor on and I'm just like slamming it. All right, how about I just do drums first? I'll delete that. I've got enough to play to, so yeah. Now I do have to have the metronome on. Turn this on. I'm gonna put my camera up there, my phone camera. Shooting video on this thing because I take this, line it up with the final audio, and put it all together. All right, let's do this. It's actually nice since I got the new computer because like just the tape saturation I'm using on this is just a built-in Logic plugin. Tape saturation on the vocal, that is. I couldn't even use that on the old computer because like it just wouldn't do it. It's a really good plugin though. I gotta hand it to them. They made a really, really good saturation plugin. It's Chroma Glow, by the way. It's like compression and saturation in different varieties. All right, so drums.
You can't wait.
So I'm playing into Moderate and Massive 2. Okay. Triggering it with my Roland SPD SX Pro. I've got kick drum pedal attached to a little trigger down here. I've actually got a cheater kick drum. So if I want to do some fast thing, I can do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna play though. Every time I forget to turn this dang thing on. One day I will remember to turn the camera on before I go back to this drum throne. This thing is hard to get in place so I can hit the kick pedal. So it's damn it. All right. What the heck drum beat do I want to put on this?
You can't work your way in.
I gotta remember that pause is there, and I think I'm not gonna perfectly line up with that guitar. I'm just gonna play around it, so you know, whatever happens does. Here I go. That was off. I have to mute a thing or two. Maybe I'll mute the strings. I can't hear the click that well in my headphones. Right there, I'm gonna go to the China symbol. Okay. All right, reset. Got to line up a little better with the click. So. You know what? Should do I have to be? I'm gonna use my kick pad up here to make something a little more interesting. Maybe. Let me try this. never mind. That sounds like, yeah, no, it's not good. All right, I think I got that decently enough. What was that? It was like a weird delay between when I pressed the thing on my keyboard and when the thing played back. All right, anyway. Let me unmute the strings. Just had to mute those temporarily so I could hear the click better. Okay, this looks half decent. So I'm just gonna grab all of the cymbal hits. I can hardly see him move. That's a good sign. Grab this. Yeah, okay. So my timing doesn't look like it was too bad. Minimal movement. But I am just going to do this because I just want this to be really locked in, especially with that guitar riff. That is, in fact, like just spot on the beat. So if the drums aren't locked in, it's just not going to sound great. So, yeah. I usually shrink the note lengths, but I didn't really do too many crazy things, so I'm probably okay right now to just do this. In fact, it's working, so yeah, I am. So I'll skip a couple of these things because some of these like kick bounces I want to actually just be where they were because you quantize them and it sounds a little too sounds a little too robotic. Do all that. Like the snare, same thing with the snare fill there. I'm not gonna do that. Won't sound good. I'd rather have this. just like a little imperfect, whatever I did. That was not a good idea to do. You know what? I think I am going to do my thing here. Fix note length. Shorten this because I can't see what the heck's going on. There we go. And it just jumped back to the beginning, didn't it? Oh, well. Let me see. Yeah, those didn't move. It looks like I did this all already. Where the heck was I? Probably around here. Yeah, okay. I think I got it. That's all done. 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 I was further along than I thought. Okay, there we are. Aha. Yeah. Could probably even get away with not quantizing this because it's pretty close, but I just wanted to lock in with the guitar rhythm because the whole thing with the rhythm guitars is just that like perfectly on the timing. I'll lose its effect if the drums aren't quite right. Fortunately, I didn't play a very, too much. Didn't want to grab all that. I didn't play a very crazy part here, so this is pretty relatively easy to do right now. This fill went a little more nuts. That's an extra hit. That's an extra hit. I bounced too hard. Got 3 out of that, and I only wanted 2. All right, scanning. Do I want to do this one or no? Just leave it alone. Doesn't sound too bad. Let me see if I quantize it, if it makes it too robot-like or if it's good. I think it's good that way. I'll keep it fixed up and quantized. Did I just do... No, okay. I thought I saw something. I didn't. That's an extra bounce as well. I'm not going to do the tom swirls. They are fine where they are. This is a little bit of a tedious process, but it's worth it. And I might be able to get away with leaving this fill alone too. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. That should be it. All right, works for me. Drums are done. I forgot my phone there. Great, I got like 10 minutes of extra footage. All right, well, anyway. Just what I didn't want, more editing. It's not difficult, I just find where the audio looks like it stops being a giant square. Chop it, but it's still annoying. All right, so let's see. Save. think that works pretty well. I gotta get tuned. Just add more guitars. So the two I have on there, one is an octave down and the other is an octave down and then a 2-octave like blend. I can do that with the plug-in Thaw amp, which I'm actually plugged into right now here. So I can do that and various other tunings. But what I think I'm going to do right now is standard tuning, because it'll kind of fit in between those low tuned guitars and the like string ambient things. So I think I'm not going to play that rhythm. I'm just going to do more like a... Being an octave higher, it shouldn't fight it. Let me listen as I play here. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, so I'm gonna get my phone camera positioned so I can shoot the video for this. I need like at least 2 all the way through guitar takes. All right, here I go. Got the chord chart, so hopefully my goldfish-like memory doesn't forget where I'm at. No guarantees though. All right, here I go. had these markers up here. I copy pasted them from the first one. I apparently got the wrong measure after a while, so they weren't lining up. But I saw that because there's one in here around this spot where it was like just a couple, yeah, right here. It's like a little less than the other B, and I was like, hey, that's not right. So I noticed, and then I played it right anyway. Still helped. I would have forgot the chords halfway through there. I guarantee it. Kind of going for a little sizzly sound because it's just like supposed to sit in between the guitars and strings there. All right, so I need another one for right side. So just got to play through the whole thing again. I only have to do these two all the way through. I'm going to do a couple other dubs, but I can just punch those in. I just need the footage of at least 2 guitars for my edited video. All right, here I go again. But I'm gonna use my bridge pickup. That chorus lead sounds great. I harmonized it. I'm glad I did. It sounds like... It's like a super easy little arpeggio, but it sounds so damn good in there. All right. Oh yeah, the low tuned guitars and then the standard guitars I just recorded together sound nice. All right, so sometimes I do this just mono left drop tune guitar in the chorus. I think I might do that here. I also did I was just thinking this. I did this all in D major, and I was like, I didn't even realize I was just kind of going by ear. I did a G sharp. That's kind of jumping it into A major right there. I didn't even think about it. Doesn't matter for the guitar solo later. So, all right. Anyway, just thinking to myself. Do I want to do anything different for this, or just maybe actually just that? I can go down ridiculously low. I've got a Boss poly shifter pedal. I can just make this whatever pitch I want. I can technically do that in the thaw amp too, and I do that sometimes, but just kind of depends on the situation. But the pedal is nice because it just eliminates the need for processing power. Like, it's just doing it here. So just less work for the computer. It's also got almost no latency. It's like right on. Okay, anyway, let me just track this. Just D, B, D, B. Super easy. That works, because the other guitars, they're just kind of doing a straight ba 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 ba. Yeah, let me listen to them actually. So then this one I added a little more rhythm. It's just single note because it's so low tuned. If I do more, it gets kind of hard to tell what's going on, depending. All right, so I think I'm going to chop the end off this because I've got this little measure rest. I don't want to fill it with too much noise. Just got that one guitar doing like, I think it was like F sharp E and kind of just like a little while you heard it. That works. That sounds good enough. Okay, so there's the chorus. I'm just going to hit copy, paste. All right, this one is wrong. I pasted these little markers in the wrong place. This is also like, I just split this and color coded so I could see where the chorus was, but that's apparently in the wrong spot anyway. Could actually just yank this back and then do that. Yeah, and then this is also in the wrong spot. I just went by the chord markers I put on top, so I was just, yeah, right here, I just moved them in the wrong. I can't select them unless I pull down the menu. I see. Wonder if I can grab these all. All right, would you get out of here with the loop? Jeez. I wonder... Did that work? Hey, it did. Okay. Problem solved. Good. I think so anyway. That looks correct. I don't want it to screw me up when I'm doing the bass part, so might as well fix it. That's the 2 octave down. It just sounds like a scraping noise. All right. Hey, why? Because someone's in the chat and I can't see it on my streaming thing, but I can see it on the playbacks. What the heck's going on here? I'm gonna open up my other computer's browser and just check. Better mute it because I'll get weird play echo delay stuff. It might be on YouTube. Okay. Hey, whoever's talking to me, I can't actually see your stuff on StreamLabs here. What the heck's going on with that? Oh, okay. Someone saying they've used the transpose knob on Neural DSP. I don't use Neural DSP just because I don't know. I just never got it. But yeah, I don't know how that one is, but the Thaw-Amp is really good at it. I'm using a Boss Poly Shifter, so I'm using it independent of the computer. I just kind of like to have the knob and just go without pulling anything up. So yeah, it's really fantastic though, because like if I got this on, I'm like, here's standard tuning. I want to do C. There's C. There's C sharp. I can just keep going wherever the heck. There's an octave down. I can go 2 octaves down. Sounds like a broken bass at that point. So yeah, I use this a lot. All right, well anyway. Yeah, way back when Line 6 was making those Variax guitars, I actually had the first version of it, which was like, okay. Kind of sucked because you had a big battery compartment. You had to fill it with like, I forget how many, but it was a lot of AA batteries. They made a second version of it, and they had this one that was kind of like the Super Strat metal looking one, and I got that. And it had 24 frets. The pickups were really nice. Had a thing that was like chargeable, like a what am I trying to say? Lithium ion battery, and had a little battery indicator, so you could like use the pickup on there, and then you could make that thing play any tuning you wanted. That was awesome, but the sound kind of sucked, like on like palm muting some other things, but for the most part it was good. But I used to use that live because I was like, hey, I don't have to carry like 5 extra guitars for all the extra tunings we were doing. So I've been using that kind of stuff. When the Digitech Drop came out, I got that thing immediately. The only thing with the Digitech Drop though, I can't get one of those that doesn't have a broken like potentiometer knob where you select the tunings. Like it works for a little while and it starts like just clicking at random. So like I turn it 1 notch and instead of going a half step, it goes like 3. And then I turn it again and it goes up instead of down, which I'm like, what the hell? I've had multiple do that. And then they're like, oh, it's just because you're not using the right power supply with it. And I'm like, I'm using the one you gave me. What are you talking about? So they always try to say like, it's like, I don't know, not matched up power thing. And that's what's messing it up or something. And I'm like, no, that's bogus. Cause I have the Digitech one they gave me with the pedal. This poly shifter though, this Boss pedal, this has not had a single issue since I got it. So I love it. It's just whatever tuning I want, it's right there. With a regular 6-string guitar tuned to standard E. I mean, I can't do individual string tunings. That old Line 6 Variax tuning could do that. You could like individually tune the strings, which was crazy. The only drawback, like I said, the palm muting sounded kind of wimpy and weird. All right, so where am I at here? Bass guitar, and I need to get this tuned up. Gibson Les Paul Studio. I had one of those. It was like a maroon one with You can kind of see the wood through the finish. Thing weighed a ton. This bass is probably the same weight, but that guitar was heavy. And I don't mean the sound, I mean the weight on my shoulders. I loved that thing until I had to play a 3.5 hour gig with it. And I was like, nope. So I got a ESP Eclipse. And that thing weighed like a half. Yeah, the Les Paul sounds fantastic, but that thing weighs so much. It like hurts your shoulders. Don't play a 3-hour show with it. It'll just ruin you. Unless you got one of those big fancy like padded straps maybe. Oh man. More strings, more tuning. That's the only thing, huh? The only thing the Boss pedal doesn't do is tune the bass very well. Digitech doesn't either. So I opted to get this 6-string bass. The top strings are tuned E, A, D, G, just like a regular 4-string. And then I've got a drop A and a drop E. I had to get special like extra thick strings to pull off that tuning, because usually like you get an 8-string bass or some crazy thing and they still only go down to F sharp. I'm like fully down to E. I was nervous the neck was going to snap in half when I first tuned it up. All right. Uh-oh, what's that? Had a weird noise going on. Ah, crap, my audio is messed up. Let me reset my audio. I'm just going to go mute for a little bit because I got to reset this. I got this weird popping sound going on. I don't know if it's on the stream or not. I'll just toggle the audio back one thing to another and it should reset it. Did that already go? Okay. It looks like I have audio. Tell me if I'm not sounding like I'm saying anything here or you hear weird noises, but I think I just reset the audio. It should be fine. Oh, you know what? I'm watching my stream on my laptop because I wanted to see what the chat was doing. Yeah, I'm there. Okay, good. Okay, so bass. All right. Do it there. All right. I didn't do the guitar solo yet. All right, well, I'll come back to that. That's usually what I would do next. Okay, so I think I can just hit record. I don't think anything's going to throw me off here. If it is, I'll mute it. But yeah, let me just try this. All right, well, once I get this tracked, I'll just jump back to the guitar solo because apparently I just blanked and forgot to do that. All right, so yeah, here I go. Wait. Yeah, that's what I want to do. All right, that's kind of an abrupt ending, but I am probably going to fade it out. I think I got that. Long Sing, hey, how's it going? I started it a little early today. I know for you it's like super late at night. It's early morning here. All right, there's the bass. Back to the guitar solo, because I just completely forgot to do that, even though I was holding the guitar. It's pretty typical of me. So, why do I keep the tempo so high? The reason is because when I go into the MIDI on Logic, if I'm doing anything like, well, this fill, for instance, which is not perfectly in time, but the grid only goes down to 16th notes. So like you can see 17 to 18 up here. It's 16th notes. So when I try to write in 32nd notes, it's kind of annoying. So I figured out a little while ago, hey, I can just set the tempo at double speed. And then when I write this in, instead of trying to deal with 32nd notes, I just write them into 16th notes, and then suddenly everything works. So that doesn't bother me at all. So it sounds like it's half this tempo. But it just, for me, it's like a little easier sometimes. I also do instrumental things. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel called Original Instrumental Metal. I write those mostly for myself. Like if I'm reading, I'll put it in headphones and it just kind of drowns out everything. So they're like just kind of drony, whatever music. But I put a lot of like really fast lead guitar things in there. And I'll do that with like some MIDI stuff too. So when I'm writing things that I want like crazy fast 30-second notes and other stuff, it's like, it's easier to just plop it on the grid if it's double time. So that's the only reason. Okay. This track is mislabeled, guitar solo. And I should just be good to go. I'm going to try D major. And it might be okay. I might try A major too, because both the keys will kind of work with these chords. So I don't know which one will sound better. I'm going to tune first because I got out of tune putting it on the stand. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I used to do all guitar, bass. I'd always do MIDI drums because like I have neighbors and I have to play on an electronic kit, but I always just do this, but I do a lot of MIDI stuff too now because it's just fun to write in. I just view it as composing. So, yeah, I just do a lot of weird stuff. Like that stuff I do probably shouldn't copy. It just works for me. Yeah, say 300 beats per minute. I've seen that. Someone's like, I'm doing this crazy thing at 3 million beats per minute. And then I listen to it. I'm like, no, you're not. My tempo is not 215. It's half that. It's just doubled. And then I half everything in the MIDI because it's just, like I said, it's easier to line up on the grid that way. Because they only go down to 16th notes. There's probably a way I can make it go down to 30-second notes, but I don't care. I just double time it, and then it's the same thing. Okay, so figuring out if I want to do D or A, because I could do the same. It's just a matter of adding a G sharp in here or not. Okay, I think A major sounds good, so I'm gonna do that. Oh man, it's like the second time I did that today. I left the camera recording after the bass guitar, and now I got 8 minutes of extra footage. Damn it. Okay, so improvised guitar solo coming up. I went into the chorus. I want to recut that anyway. Could do a couple things better. I'm gonna chop out that end solo because it occurs to me that might actually be better in D major. So I forgot to copy these on here too. All right, there we go. Let me see. Oh, these things are still out of whack. Oh well. I'm talking about the chord notes I put up here. I pasted these all in the wrong spot after a while. All right, I'm gonna do an ending solo, and hopefully it's in the right key this time. All right, that'll sound cool, and it's doing the fade out. So noisy. All right. Yeah, Bard's definitely D major. This part sounds better in A. I love those fills. This sounds so impressive. But like, I'm just literally going like that because I got a bass drum. I call it my cheater bass drum. Actually, let me put it on the MIDI. Yeah. That's so fun. I can do this for real. It's just a double, like if I use the kick pedal. but it's just easy to go blazing fast past any ability that I actually have. Do you listen? What is the craziest band do you ever hear of Ocean's 8 Alaska? They're a pretty crazy sounding band. It's not technical death metal though. It's like I don't know what the heck the genre even is. Trying to think. I don't know what the genre is called, but Ocean's 8 Alaska. I'm like 90% sure that's the band. I gotta check though, because I'm terrible at names. Yeah, that's it. Ocean's 8 Alaska. I just found them randomly one time and I was like, what in the world is that? It's kind of like progressive metal, but I don't know, crazy electronic stuff in between and Anyway, let's see here. The thing I'm probably going to do now is get the vocals sorted out. Actually, let me boost that waveform on my guitar solo because that just gives me a little more attack. It's kind of the same thing as like a gain boost pedal, except this is like a controlled way to do it. It's noisy at the end. All right, vocals. I already tracked those in the beginning because I wanted to do it before I talked a lot. I think that works out really well because then I don't destroy my voice. Talking is the worst thing you do before you're gonna sing. It's just taxes your voice a lot. Okay, so I gotta unmute the vocal track. This is just raw vocal. All right, and then. So I'm not perfectly on key because I just improvise. I don't have anything rehearsed here, so I'm guessing which note I'm going to next most of the time. I'm gonna gain boost these a little bit because I had it a little quiet. So when I hit normalize, usually that's set to unity gain 0, but I changed it so it's -7, so it's not boosting it that much, just a little bit. I said that I sounded like a Dragon Ball character right there on the dub version, an English dub version of Dragon Ball. The character Yajirobe, he says just a little bit. I actually don't like watching the dubs though. I like the original audio. I just watch it in Japanese. I found out the dubs that they do in English a lot are so mistranslated. There's a lot of plot holes introduced that aren't really there. And every time I hear them, I'm like, why did they say that's not even close to what they said? I just listen to the original Japanese. I can't speak it that well. The accent I have is probably way too thick to even be understood, but I can hear someone speaking Japanese and understand them. So, yeah. I just watched the original. Okay, so. Oh yeah, you watch Dragon Ball in dubs. There's so much in there. I don't know what dubs you watched it in though, but Funimation, there's not in Dragon Ball Z when they do they have this Android saga, and then Cell, the character Cell, comes in. They're like, there's like this one scene where they start explaining a thing that happened in Dragon Ball with like Red Ribbon Army and stuff. And there's dialogue they added that is not in the original. The original just has some music going, and they explained the events and got all of it wrong. And then people are like, oh, there's like plot holes in this. I'm like, no, there's not. They just added stuff for no reason. I don't know why they do that. And then there's other things where like they translate something so opposite of what they actually say. It's like baffling. Like just translate it one for one. Unless it's like a pun that wouldn't carry across, make a different joke or something. But other than that, just say what they're actually saying. I just don't understand. All right, so I'm going to transfer these into Melodyne because I'm going to use that to just polish up the tuning a little bit. And let's see, Celemony, Melodyne, Mono, there it is. All right, I used to be cutting out about here because I couldn't do this on stream because my computer wouldn't handle processing everything and just crash, but I can do it now, so that's nice. All right, so I'm just gonna open these up. I usually drag them onto my second screen, but just so they're here. They're kind of behind the chat and my, where can I put these so you can actually, okay, that works. All right, so I'm just gonna do a thing that seems weird. I'm gonna close and open them. That's actually because there's a glitch in this plugin where some of these options don't show up unless you close it and open it up again. So that's why I did that. I'm gonna transfer, and here I go. So I'm just gonna listen to the whole song because I'm just gonna let it go. Actually, I'm not going to go all the way through because these choruses are pasted from the first one, so I don't have to get them all. Forgot about that. Okay, good enough then. Saves time. Gotta set this to melodic. I used to have this defaulting to just melodic, but I'll have to figure that out. New computer, I always have to reset everything. Never finished Dragon Ball Z. Oh, the Majin Buu saga at the end of Dragon Ball Z is like a really good one, though. Yeah, though, the translation things, I actually just thought of one. I was, because I'm actually watching through that whole thing again just because. So, in the original Dragon Ball, there's like King Piccolo, and then there's another Piccolo after King Piccolo's defeated, and they're at the like tournament. Towards like the end, he's fighting Goku, and in the dub, he says something like, "Oh, I'm gonna zap your arm because King Piccolo's arm was injured in the fight." And I'm like, "No, it wasn't. What the hell are you talking about? Goku had every limb hit except for one arm in that fight." But what he actually said in the Japanese was, "I'm not going to leave any limbs uninjured because you beat you know, you previously beat me with your one arm left. Like, so I was like, why did they change that? It makes no sense. Like, it's wrong in as far as the plot goes, and the translation was absolutely backwards from what he said. It's so strange. Why would you choose to do that? But that's what they do all the way through the whole series. I'm like, dude, get it? Just say what they actually said. All right. Let's see. So, do I want to make this A major? I probably do. I think I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just in my brain. I was like D major, but I think the verse is A, and then the chorus modulates to D major, D flat, which is probably why this key is all jacked up because it's a key change. And I tracked both. Okay, fair enough. Select all. I'm just gonna zero it out, and I'm just gonna listen. And if I hear something off, I'll move it. That's pretty much it. That. Sometimes on these like raspy things, I actually move them up a note from what they are because like it just like changes the. I don't know. They're not really a note per se. It's just bah! So I move it up and it makes it sound a little more pleasing. I don't know why, but it does. That one still sounds a little bad, but I'm gonna run it through another plugin, Humanoid. That'll polish it right up. All right, jump to the other verse. That goes down roughly to the B with that vibrato. That's probably right. You know, there's actually a Melodyne alternative built into Logic. I can just hit flex pitch. The thing is, though, I'm just used to Melodyne, I think. I only have like the limited cheap version. I don't get the full version because I don't use all the features. I'm not like trying to, I'm just nudging a couple things. I usually can sing mostly in key. It's a little out here and there sometimes because I'm like improvising, but it's not too bad even if I don't tune it. And sometimes I got something like I figured out a melody ahead of time and I'll just come in and just bang it out. So it just depends, but yeah, I'm just used to this. That's all. Okay, so chorus is in D major. Let's see, where's a G? Yeah, I'm hitting a lot of G natural. So again, I'm just gonna center it out. It doesn't mess up any of the vibrato or like scoops I do in my voice. That's one reason I like Melodyne. I know auto-tune like kind of like lose some of the vibrato and things, and there's ways to control that in there, but this one just seems more like on point to me. It's a preference thing, though. It's not even hardly. There's hardly any notes there. It's mostly just talking on pitch, I guess. Oh well. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is bounce this verse, vocal. I'm just going to bounce it in place on a new track so I don't have Melodyne on it, so I don't even have to think about it. Less processing on my computer too. The plugin I'm about to use, Humanoid, is kind of a CPU hog, but it sounds great. So, okay, there, chorus, vocal. All right, there's that. So I have it leave the muted original track at first just because like I want to make sure the bounce happened correctly. All right, so now I'm just going to grab this and paste it on the other two choruses. Make sure that one's right because I got this whole grid messed up on top wrong. Yeah, anyway. All right, so that's that. Now what I'm going to do is run it through Humanoid, mono to stereo. Okay, so it's funny because I like Melodyne because it doesn't affect the voice so much. Like it sounds really natural, but then I put this on, which makes it sound, that's the wrong key. What am I doing? A. This one adds a whole bunch of like robot sounding things, but it's not like the auto tune obvious pitch shifting sound. It's more like it's layering a vocoder on top of my voice. So this quantize is like a pitch correction thing, but I think it's affecting just the vocoder sound. It's one reason I kind of pitch correct my voice a little bit because like I don't want to introduce a harmony while my voice is close enough to in tune, but it's like a little off. It can sound kind of bad that way. All right, so let's see. Format. This is kind of cool because I can like drop this and make it sound like there's a super deep voice behind me. You know what? Okay, you're asking me about drum libraries. I would recommend probably GGD, like Get Good Drums. I'm using Modern Massive. That one is a little bit pricey, but they have Modern and Massive 1, and then a couple others. There's sample libraries that sound pretty good. If you're going for the kind of progressive metal type sound, that is, yeah, they have a couple just, I think they're like $40, $50. I don't know what currency you're using, but 40 or 50 US dollars, up to $90. And they just run through Kontakt, the Kontakt player. So yeah, they have like a couple different type of kits, like genres, and they're really solid. This one, Modern Massive 2, I think they didn't want to use the Kontakt library anymore, so they made a standalone plugin. The gain staging on this plugin is really good. The other ones they sell, you got to watch the gain doesn't go too loud. But it's easy to control. You just turn the master down a little bit and put a compressor after it. Yeah, there's a guy called Chris Badan, Chris, and I think his name is B. Actually, I can just check real quick on my laptop. I think it's Bedan. Let me look. So he streams every day too. He does, it's BEDAN. He streams every day too. He does all MIDI. Every once in a while, he'll grab a guitar. He's kind of like doing what I do, except he's better at it, honestly. But he does stuff you can find where he's working with the Get Good Drums libraries. So that's why I said check him out, because you can hear what they sound like. His stuff sounds absolutely fantastic. He's really good at what he does. He's better than I am. I'm just like, he's kind of like the pro version of what I'm doing. All right, so anyway, what I'm going to do after Humanoid is throw on Clip Distortion. This is like a Logic plugin. I just have it set to work well for my voice, and it's just affecting this little narrow frequency band. Mixes 20%, but it boosts the drive. This gives the raspy, aggressive vocals more edge. Also kind of does things to Humanoid that sound good to me. You can choose different waves here, so I'm gonna choose a little more an aggressive sounding one. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm on a budget too. That's why I waited so long to get a new computer, even though it was crashing every time I did something. The thing I use is mostly just built-in Logic stuff. I just use the things built into the DAW with few exceptions. I would love to use the Logic guitar amps, but they suck. So I had to get one. So I got this one, Thaw amp. It just sounds really spectacular to me. Yeah. I think I'm going to leave that up, the effect up fairly high. I mean, it's only on 20%. This thing goes nuts if you turn it up. Let me just do it for fun. I'm gonna go down a little bit more. There. Good. Okay, so this is a different key. So this one's in D major. I'm gonna go opposite on the format or Spotify. That just kind of makes it, the harmony kind of like, just choose less notes. Keep this on the same wave. I'm gonna go a little more aggressive with this one because I just want the chorus to sound bigger. So go up to like there, give or take. Yeah, okay. Clip distortion again. Go up a little bit. Just 25 should work. Let's see. There we go. The vocals sound crazy, but I just like it. Yeah, it's not bad. And last one, just making sure I put this in the right spot. Yep. Works for me. I think it's done. All right, I'm going to fade the end out. Right, the volume's down. All right, so just gonna put this across. This loop kind of does double function. When I'm bouncing it, it'll just auto pick the measure. Say if I spread the loop across where I want it to bounce. Oh, what do I do for the master chain? So I used to master the tracks myself, and what I would do is just run it through a global EQ and just cut a little lows and highs off, nothing crazy. Slight compression, just tame some loud peaks, and then I just run it through a limiter, just give it a little gain boost, nothing crazy. I started messing around with tape saturation because I figured out I could have a quieter master, but it would sound loud. So there's a few tracks I did like a year and a half, 2 years ago where they sound absolutely crazy loud, but you actually watch the output, they're like -2. So I was messing with that. The only thing is it kind of cuts off some of your high end, so it doesn't sound quite as articulate. So anyway, I went through a whole bunch of stages with my mastering process. Then suddenly Logic had this update where this button showed up. And I hate myself for it, but this thing, I just literally press this and let it do it. This thing will master the track and it sounds perfect. It masters it to -14 LUFS, which is about what most streaming services want, and it just kind of gets the EQ right. I've had a few misses with it, but 2 or 3 over the last year that I've been using it. So yeah, I literally just hit this button and that's all it is. So just AI masters the track for me. I know how to do it, so if I have to fix it, I can. There's a gain knob. I can turn it up a little bit if I need the master to be louder. I think they didn't have that at first, but now I can get it up pretty loud. But I just leave it alone because I'll occasionally just check on Spotify. And if I hear something that was mastered loud, it usually does sound bad versus something that was mastered a little quieter. I'm actually happy about that because I used to be in a band and we got a recording done. It sounded really good. But I remember that was the thing. It was at the time, it was it had to be mastered as loud as you possibly could get it. And we pulled it off. But now when I listen to it, it just doesn't sound that great comparatively. So yeah, I actually just hit this, let this do its job, and that's it. It's lazy, but that's what I do. I did it on stream one time, and I ended up getting this weird delay because I think the computer going through this has a time delay then. Yeah, I know Ozone has a good mastering suite, but this is here and it's free and it works. So yeah, that's it. Ooh. Just got caught on a wire. All right, so I think I'm going to end it there. So to answer your question, as far as what I do for mastering, I'm going to hit that. After I end the stream, I'm just going to punch that, and then the song is done. Bounce it down. I shot video on my phone like usual, so I just airdrop it to the computer. I go into Final Cut Pro, and I just line all of the video I shot up with the audio that I bounced down. And sometimes I mess it up. It doesn't look perfect, but it's good enough. I laugh because I have 2 guitar tracks on most of my videos, and there's a lot more tracks than that on the recording. This is a string thing, but I got ambi guitar, main rhythm guitar, dub guitar, lead guitar in the chorus, and then I did that on my laptop. I came out here and put 1, 2, 3, 4 more on, plus the guitar solo, so 5 extras. There's a lot, but I can't squeeze it in all the little windows I put on in the video, so I just have 2. Have to use your imagination for the rest, or I guess watch the live thing. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to do for today. Like I usually do. I don't have a set time. I just kind of post it whenever I get it done. And I just come out every day and write a new song. I'm not like doing anything other than just trying things out and writing songs because I like to do that, you know, so I'm not like trying to show off my skills or trying to make this like perfect track. I don't even get too much into the mixing process. I'm more just like, I just want to write something and see if it comes out okay, and if it doesn't, I'll just do it again tomorrow. So just more of like, I just come out and show up every day and do it. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do for now. So yeah, this will be up, like I said, sometime this afternoon. And that's about it. So thanks for watching. I'll be on tomorrow around the same time. And yeah, see you then.